That will, after the day is over, put us as the most snowy, or the snowiest February on record in Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a surprise. Huh.
Yes, this beats everything we've ever seen before. The previous record was 21.4 inches. 1914 is what I have here. This will put us up over 22 inches by the time it all winds down tonight and tomorrow. Now, you got to recall, I wasn't here for it, but I've heard enough about it. The blizzard of 78, of course, that was in January.
Right.
January, the record is 31.5 inches, and that, of course, is all time for any month. So we could, with enough days left, and a few more storms that I see on the horizon, potentially threaten the all-time snowfall record for 1 month in Cincinnati, no matter what month it is.
Wow.
But with just 6, 7, 8 more inches in the next 2 weeks. And it's possible. That's the scary thing. It's possible. So, yeah, this one is pushing us over the February record.
What kills me, Rich, is you know what? When we slid kind of through January without a whole lot of bad, not bad weather, I thought, well, hell, we're on the glide path.
Yeah, in fact,
all of a sudden, slam.
That was the response from a lot of folks. So you get through December, okay, we had our, 5.4 inches, so it was a little bit more than normal. No big deal. January, 6.6 inches, right at normal. No big deal. So you figure you're right. You're going into the final month. Everything seems to be missing you all over the place, and suddenly we become the bullseye, whereas we've heard so much about the East Coast and the plains and the South, and boy, they haven't missed out recently either. But here we are now, getting one after another. And this one, just to get everybody current, is not done yet. The bulk of the snow, the heaviest, has been moving away. However, we're in what is called something we call the deformation zone. This is an area northwest of the surface low pressure that kind of spins almost back to the southwest. And we're seeing that on radar now. If you were watching radar during the day, the snow was moving generally south to north or southwest to northeast. If you look at radar now, it's actually moving northeast to southwest. So our winds have switched in the upper atmosphere, and we're blowing air from Columbus and Dayton down towards Cincinnati, and snow with it. So where you thought it was letting up, it's starting to fill back in. Where you guys are in Kenwood, we're seeing that snow filling down on 71, 75. That's showing up on radar weather well. Claremont County getting hit again, over into Brown County. And they've been getting nailed just about all day up in parts of Butler and Warren County. Warren County getting some heavy stuff. Clinton County. And unofficial reports from some observers have it close to 9 or 10 inches in a few spots. So we're getting nailed in this one.
Rich, what did I say the last time you were on? That's the point I wanted to make. Why do you get so excited? Everybody's miserable around here, and you're all excited, all wound up, right, Ed? Ed's a little depressed. I'm a little depressed, and you're happy.
I'm curious. Why are you depressed?
Because it's snow. I like the sun.
I like snow as much as the next guy, Rich, but you know what? I'm over it.
All right, so you guys, give me something.
I mean, you like thunderstorms? You like tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, everything?
Yes. There's the thing. Whatever your passion is, if your passion is sports or radio or both, you probably like more of that. And people might say, gosh, enough of the sports, enough of the radio, enough of whatever. In Eddie's case, certainly music in his past. But, when it comes to weather and weather people, our passion is weather, hopefully. I mean, otherwise you're not going to get a really good forecast. And so when you're doing that, when that's your passion, you're fine with sunny days. But really, you want the extremes. That's what makes the weather so challenging, is when you get to these levels, where here in my lifetime, I am now seeing something not seen in 100-plus years of records here in Cincinnati, and that is, 22, 23 inches of snow in a month of February. That's pretty cool.
Hey, let me ask you, did I hear thunder this morning?
You may have. I didn't get any confirmation on that. In these intense little lows that pass overhead, it is always possible to have thunder, snow, and that generally accompanies rather intense snowfall rates. It's possible. I have not gotten any confirmation from anyone else. I didn't hear any, but you may have.
Now, Rich, you're talking about stuff you're seeing on the horizon. I saw a report. Seems to me it was Friday or Saturday. They're talking more snow. Any idea on that?
Yeah, you know what? Here's the way it's laying out. I think the last time we talked, I mentioned something about this Arctic oscillation, and if I didn't, I'll just quickly repeat this. This is something we see up in Canada, Canada and the Arctic Circle, actually, that when we look at this oscillation, it has a positive and negative phase. Positive generally means a milder pattern for us, and a negative phase generally means colder air is getting pushed south from Canada much further south than it should be, and that's where we are now. We've been in this negative Arctic oscillation, and it is expected now by the latest model guidance to continue into March, into early March. So for at least the next 2 weeks, we are going to stay below normal in temperatures. Gentlemen, we have only seen one day this month that has been above normal. normal in temperatures. That was the 2nd of February. We hit 45. That almost seems tropical now. But aside from that, every other day has averaged below normal in temperatures, and we're running close to 300 total degrees below normal for the month. And yeah, every indication is we will stay below normal. We will not have another above normal day before the end of February 2010, and we're going to start March on the cold side as well.
And what is the average temperature?
This time of year, we should be around 42 or 43 for a high with lows in the mid-20s. Well, we're going to have highs in the mid-20s over the next couple of days, so that's our normal low at this time of year. So that's extreme. And yes, we've got 2 more, potentially 3 more, but 2 more storms on the horizon.
Could this be the start of a new ice age?
Well, you know what? Now, one thing to make clear, because that might seem to some like a facetious question, but no, that's actually an excellent question, because, well, because...
Good job, Red.
No, that's all right, because I know that some people will throw that out like, oh, God, look at all this snow, new ice age. Yes and no. I mean, here, when you look at it, it's just weather. You got to remember this is one event just here in the Ohio Valley, and yes, we've seen it across other parts of the nation. But when you look at the globe as a whole, we've seen record snows in Europe and Asia and the United States and North America. And of course, the southern hemispheres in summer, they saw unusual cold and snow in the southern hemisphere this past winter. Could this be the start? Absolutely.
Did I get the figure wrong? Did I see, was it over a foot of snow in Dallas over the weekend?
Yes, all-time record for Dallas. More than a foot of snow there. And, of course, you saw snow down into Florida. We had snow, I think it melted there, but at one point, just in the last couple of days, snow reported in 49 different states. Only Hawaii, of all places, and it has mountains there, did not have snow officially being measured. 49 states with snow. In fact, the National Weather Service, from the story I read on this, could not answer whether or not there was a record. That's not something that ever tracked before, is how many states consecutively had snow at one time, so we don't even know. But yeah, this is one that's going down in the record books, not only for us, but the East Coast.
You know, I don't blame you for getting excited.
Well, thanks. I mean, when you're living history, you got to kind of get excited about that. Even if it's not great, it is history. And that's why, gentlemen, my biggest fear, we talked about this last time, and we're going to talk about this again in the future, is what happens in the